Hey Astro Kids and welcome back. This is your daily horoscope for March 19th, 2020. Later on tonight, the sun shifts into Aries, marking the start of the astrological new year. This does correspond with the spring equinox. If you are here in the US on the East Coast, this will be at 11:49 p.m. tonight. So the sun shifts into Aries, which is shifting our focus. It is shifting our conscious awareness out of this daydreamy, imaginative, spiritual space of Pisces. And as we come into this new energy of the sun in Aries, it's interesting this time around as it's going to make a conjunction with Chiron in Aries. And so Chiron has spent a great deal of time in Aries, breaking down the ego, breaking down the identity attachment. And so as we shift into this space of Sun and Aries, feeling a little bit off, feeling a little bit different from our typical shift into the Aries season. Very, very different energy here. There's a lot coming up as far as inner work and healing that needs to be done within ourselves, on our identities, on our attachments to self. Very, very strong as the sun makes this conjunction to Chiron. So a lot of wounds, a lot of insecurities, a lot of healing that needs to be done very strongly as we are entering this new season here. Still, though, we are shifting into this new season that is the season of spring. Again, depending on where you are located, for some of you this will be the opposite. But for many of us, this is the start of the spring season. Aries being the first sign of the zodiac, representing birth to new life. This is where the sun is exalted. So the sun representing the will to live, the enthusiasm, the spirit, the identity. This is us coming into new life, everything springing back into life here with this start of the spring season. So leaving behind the winter, which was a time of death and reflection, and releasing and cleansing out and clearing our lives, we're moving into this brand new space here with the sun in Aries. Now the sun is making aspects over to Venus and the moon. So we're seeing this semi-square over to the moon and Venus. And this is interesting because we have the moon here in Aquarius, right? The moon has finally left Capricorn, where we're focused on responsibilities. We're focused on being practical, planning things out. Now the focus is shifting here with this moon in Aquarius of thinking about the future, of thinking about humanity, of really feeling like connecting and looking at all of us collectively as one. And so shifting into this space of unity. Again, this is where we're going to see Saturn shift later on the 21st, Saturn entering Aquarius. So Saturn is at the last degree here of Capricorn, very, very close to making that shift into Aquarius. And so as the moon shifts past this, some of us already starting to feel this shift, already starting to feel the focus shifting towards people, towards unity, towards the collective. And this is going along with this theme of this Aries sun, as it is focused on who we are individually and what we identify as who we are on an individual level. Aquarius moon playing into that. Venus and Taurus is a part of this as well. as Venus in Taurus is here to give us security, to give us a foundation. Again, it did cross over Uranus in Taurus, so it's shifting in our values, shifting in our security, in our foundation, in the things that we love and value, in the things that we attain and possess in our lives. So, big shift on a personal level as we're shifting into this Aries season. A lot of changes that we're going to see on an individual level. We already started to see this change collectively. Now it is starting to affect those of you on a individual level in your lives. We also have the Sun in Aries making a sextile over to Pluto and Saturn, which have been in this conjunction. Remember that Saturn is coming off of this very intense conjunction that started in January this year, of this Saturn and Pluto energy coming together, which is the ultimate breakdown and reinvention of our structure, of our laws, of our morals, of the foundation on a collective level. And so this has been a big moment of breaking down these systems and structures in our lives. Jupiter and Mars also playing into this big stellium that we've experienced throughout Capricorn. Again, this is a 4-planet stellium. We did have the moon in there making it a 5-planet stellium, which did increase that intensity, especially on an emotional level for many of us. A lot of fear, a lot of conflict and difficulty, really starting to feel the pressure and the challenges of reality pressing on us as a collective and on an individual level. And at this moment, we do see Mars and Jupiter in this tight conjunction, in an exact conjunction. And so as Mars and Jupiter are together here, and we did discuss this as this is part of the Saturn in Aquarius transit. So if you want to go back to the previous videos on Saturn and Aquarius, feel free to. But with this Mars and Jupiter conjunction, we're taking this passion, this drive, this purpose, and the faith and the optimism and putting it together here, where this is calling you to continue to remain faithful in yourself, to continue to remain resilient, and to push forward towards your goals through this challenging and difficult time. And we are going to see things increase and get to this climax as Mars comes together with Pluto later on. So this Capricorn intensity is not going anywhere. This is a reality that we are continuing to face. We are moving through this shift of moving into Aquarius, but we are in the buildup of that. So this is a point where things are being broken down so that we can shift into that new reality. So this is a process that we are going through on a collective level as well as individually within our lives. So let's take a look at the cards. I pulled quite a few cards here for this spring equinox, Sun in Aries moment, pushing us into the brand new season of spring, marking the start of the astrological new year. I did pull from the Connolly Tarot deck as well as the Barbieri Zodiac Oracle deck and the Black Moon Astrology deck. So starting off here, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse, where it doesn't feel like we have power or control over our structure, over our reality, for some of us over our finances, over these physical, tangible things that we have worked to achieve. Things feeling very much out of balance, very much a lack of power and control in this area of our lives. And with the Four of Cups here in reverse, many of us feeling as though we are not getting the help or the opportunity that we're looking for at this moment, as well things feeling very much like they are closing in on us, feeling very intense. This is a very intense moment as we're going through this global pandemic, as well as many struggles within our own individual lives. The Hermit card is here in reverse, where again, many of us know that we are in this space of restriction, of needing to go on this individual journey within ourselves. And so, this is a time of things slowing down, things not making sense, and this restriction, this need to take time to ourselves, to go within, to have this alone time, to be with ourselves. So the universe is really pressing for this, for us to slow down and take time for ourselves. And with the Eight of Wands here, things are not making much sense. Things are still going through a process of falling into place. And so it can feel like we are all over the place. It can feel like our life, we're watching our life as a movie that is happening all over the place, and we don't have much control over this. And so we are leading up to this moment of restructuring and releasing and letting go, as this story does continue on to the Nine of Wands, a major release moment. But at the moment, we are watching all of this process, all of these things happening around us unfold. So, a moment of chaos, a moment of trying to find order from chaos as all of these things are going on and happening around us. We do have the High Priestess in reverse, where again, there is a lot of this restrictive type of energy, really having to stay to ourselves, really having to go within and have that time and that space to ourselves. And so this energy feels a bit secretive, a bit quiet, a bit self contained. Again, the overall energy, as many of us are withdrawing and coming back to ourselves. Very difficult for many of you here. The Three of Swords is in reverse, where many of us are feeling difficulty and challenge here, dealing with this quiet space, dealing with this restrictive space of needing to stay to ourselves. Can feel like we're lost or confused or heartbroken. Many people feeling this loneliness, this distance here with this Three of Swords in reverse. We do have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse as well, where for many of us it feels like everything that we have worked for, everything that we have built up for this moment is not being shown to us. There's nothing to show for this work, for this effort that we've done. And this is a feeling of really not seeing the results that you want with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse. And so we are in a time of things not really working out or not really being the way that you had it planned. Very much unexpected events here. And so the universe is asking you to remain strong with this Six of Cups here in upright. The universe is reminding you that this is a time of sharing love and support with everyone around you. The Six of Cups card is a service card. It is a family-oriented card. And so there is a big shift here of really needing to connect to one another, needing to support one another as we're in this time. So it is asking us to continue to raise the frequency, continue to help others, continue to be there as a support for others, and to share this love and unity around us here with this Six of Cups moment. And we continue on, we get Aquarius, where again we're shifting into this brand new reality that is based in Aquarius, with Saturn entering Aquarius, that this is about the people now. This is about love and unity. This is about connection on a collective level. And so how are we helping to support humanity, and how are we sharing this love and connection with everyone around us? So this is a major moment of humanity work. This is a major moment of raising the frequency of the planet. It's a major moment of unity and friendship and connection. We have Pluto here in reverse, where again, this is a major shift within ourselves. With Pluto in reverse, we are going through this very, very intense transformation. Again, Pluto is in Capricorn, where it is an intense transformation of our foundation, of our security, of our reality. And with Pluto here in reverse, this is internal. There's a lot here where we are going through this major shift and transformation within ourselves. And so this can be a very intense time, a very challenging time on us individually. With the moon here, once again, very private, very personal, very much being secluded to ourselves. But with the moon here, this is also calling for us to enter into this emotional space, to connect to others, to share love and support, to nurture one another, and to nurture yourself. Again, as we're coming into this space, making sure that you're taking care of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually in your lives. And we do have Sagittarius here, where this is a journey, this is an experience, and the universe is asking you to remain optimistic and faithful along this journey. It is asking you to remember that this is a learning experience and that this is not a negative experience. So Sagittarius trying to remind us to stay humorous, to stay optimistic, to stay upbeat during these times. We also have Mercury in reverse, where the mind is becoming one of the biggest weapons at this moment. And so for many of you, this focus on thinking or communicating from a negative space is creating fear, is lowering the vibration. And so we have to change our way of thinking. We have to change our way of communicating at this time. And we have to come from a space that is more uplifting, that does serve us. And the next card that we do get here is Saturn, where we do have to face reality, we do have to face the truth, but we have to focus in on the things that are necessary, the things that hold value in our lives. Remember that Saturn is this planet of limitation and restriction, and it is here to restrict and limit us from the things that no longer serve us. And so as Saturn does teach through these hard and difficult lessons of putting restrictions and limits on us, it is to take us to the next level. It is to raise our position, our status, to get us to that moment of success and achieving our goals. And so Saturn does weed out the things that no longer serve us in our lives, which is why this does feel like a challenging and difficult time as we are going through loss, as we are going through this time of things falling apart, that it is feeling as though you are losing a piece of yourself at this time as we're coming to this point of facing truth and reality all around us. So that was your horoscope for the spring equinox. I hope you all enjoyed this. If you liked this, feel free to leave a like as well as a comment. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new content. Feel free to join the group Astro Metaphysical Love and Light. It's a community where you can share your wisdom, psychic messages, motivational advice, and any kind of positive, uplifting content, feel free to join the group. Also, if you are interested in learning astrology with me, I do have a group on Facebook, Astrology Lessons with Daquan Jones. Feel free to join in to learn all about astrology with me. Thanks so much once again for all of you who joined in. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.